So I don't know how to ad lib.
Wait, who's who? Who's who, Nolan?
Eric is Oscar.
I hate that there's a chuckle. He's
No.
Oscar.
There's no reason for a chuckle.
Eric, you're a old seasoned man. Like you're seasoned.
I don't know, Jackie. Do you want Eric or Kim? Do you want? It's either or. There's only one girl character. That's the thing.
Kim can play the girl character.
All right, Kim, you could play Erika.
Okay, what is her motive? What's her
You'll get it. She didn't say anything. You'll kind of get her sense.
Rambunctious.
Yeah, rambunctious is a good word. Who else is there? There's Frank. Josh is Frank. You're the owner of the oyster bar.
Yeah.
Eric is the oyster farmer, and then Kim is a
character.
Is a reluctant waitress. Is a good way of putting it. All right, we're starting. Oysters, exterior, Twilight Beach.
Wait. What's Jackie?
Oh, Jackie, you could be the syndicates. You and Wesley are syndicates.
Syndicate.
Who's the main one? Jackie will be the main syndicate. What number is that?
Jackie, you could be Syndicate 1.
That's the main one?
Well, there's 3 of them.
Well, the one who does stuff.
3.
Okay, Jackie's 3.
Okay.
Okay, Wes, you'll be 1, I'll be 2. Okay.
All
right. All right, starting. Oysters, exterior, Twilight Beach. The beach is dour, gray, and trash. Not a pleasant place to be. The sun is not yet out. Waves crashing against the rocky cliffs. Oscar, an oyster farmer, feels the cold mist brush against his face as the waves flood the tide pools. An oyster knife in his chest pocket with a small teddy bear charm attached to it. The letter M initialized on it. Oscar is pulling in a small rowboat ashore. The boat is also initialized with the letter M and is full of oysters. As Oscar pulls the boat, he stops for a moment. He sees a dead body, loaded in a black suit, washed ashore. The lifeless body slams against the rocks as the waves crash in. Oscar walks away unfazed. Oscar's sandals make an imprint in the sand that reads Oysters. Fade to title card. Exterior Twilight Bridge. Oscar is carrying buckets full of shellfish on his back as he walks the bridge. A young, beautiful woman, Erika, stands at the edge of the bridge alone, staring at the meandering river below, lost in thoughts. Oscar approaches the bridge. The sound of Oscar's sandals make a distinct wooden sound. Clop, clop. The approaching man shakes Erika out of her stupor. Erika stiffens up and doesn't move from where she stands, hoping not to be noticed. Erika wants to be left alone, but the man is unavoidable. Oscar passes Erika on the bridge. Oscar gives a double take on Erika. Oscar and Erika lock eyes for a quick second. Erika shies away from Oscar's gaze. Oscar hesitates. Oscar. That's good. That's good. I like that one. Oscar continues to walk away to walk the bridge. Erika takes a sigh of relief. However, 2/3 of the way over the bridge, Oscar stops again.
You know, the fall won't kill you. There's a lot of pain down there with all the sharp rocks hiding beneath those calm waters below.
Oscar continues crossing the bridge away from Erika and towards town. With nothing to say, Erika watches Oscar as he walks away from her. Erika has a moment of shame. Erika just stands there at the edge of the bridge, alone again, lost in thoughts. Midnight Inn Oyster Bar night. Oscar is at the bar, cleaning off oyster flakes from his station. A man, Frank, fairly large, 35 to 50, sits in front of Oscar. It is as if the servant is peeling grapes for a king.
I'm gonna need you to take out the trash and do inventory tonight.
Oscar slides his knife into the oyster shell. Twist. The oysters give a satisfying popping sound. Oscar deftly slides his knife around the shell, pops off half, and scrapes the bottom shell in the oyster, and dashes it with a sauce from a bottle. Just as fast as Oyster places it on the serving tray, Frank takes the oyster and slurps it down.
Good news is that you'll have help. The syndicates told me they found a waitress for the bar. They'll be here soon.
Frank throws an empty shell into the mound of oysters nearby. The pile's almost up to Frank's waist. Frank looks over his shoulder at the door. He's waiting for somebody to arrive. Frank's legs are restless.
Wonder where they get girls.
Oscar is focused on his work, the oysters. He makes no eye contact with Frank.
It's not rocket science. They find them broke and alone, clean them up, give them food, and a place to stay. All they have to do is make sure the syndicates have a good night's rest.
Frank pauses for a response. Oscar ignores him and continues to shuck oysters. Frank scoffs.
Those girls are lucky enough to have a roof over their heads. This world is dangerous enough as it is.
Luck ran out when the syndicates decided to show up.
Oscar opens up another oyster, opening it with ease.
Ain't nothing we can do but obey. Can't get rid of them.
Oscar pops open another oyster, cleans it up, and places it in front of Frank. Frank takes it and eats it. The front door opens. Frank turns to see who it is. 3 well-dressed men in black suits. The syndicates and Erika, still wearing the same outfit as we saw her last, arriving at the front door. The syndicates are quite drunk and having a good time. Frank is so full that he has to push off the table to get up. He does his best not to keep the customers waiting. Frank brushes oyster shells off his stained shirt.
Welcome, gentlemen. We have been expecting you.
Take the girl. She knows the drill.
Yes, right this way.
The syndicate members ignore Frank and walk to the corner booth. Frank lets them pass right by him.
As always, gentlemen, your meal is on the house.
Frank leads Erika to the back kitchen. Oscar is watching from the bar, still shucking oysters. The 3 syndicate members nod in agreement. Oscar places a tray of oysters out.
Take the girl to the kitchen.
Frank takes an oyster and downs it like a shot. Frank takes the tray of oyster and serves it to the syndicates. Oscar and Erika walk to the kitchen.
Follow me.
Interior kitchen. Oscar hands Erika an apron.
I hate those syndicates.
Erika looks through the dishes in search of a weapon. Inspecting each utensil, she picks it up. A spoon, a fork, a knife.
Calm down. You don't want to do that. These guys would torture anyone who would do them wrong. Man, women, or child.
I don't care. Anywhere is better than here.
So why didn't you jump?
Erika stops her frantic search for a weapon.
I stood out there wanting to be alone, looking down at the water and wondering if I jump, would it hurt or would it just be instantaneous? I convinced myself it's just one moment of pain, then it's all over. I was just about to jump when I heard you coming. I got scared. How did you know what I was going to do?
Frank walks in, interrupting Oscar.
What the fuck is going on here? Go serve him.
Erika grabs utensils and an order pad and walks out to the bar.
Let's hope this one will last longer than the last one.
Interior bar. The syndicate members at the table are hollering at Erika. Erika places the utensils as she's taking their order. Erika is curt with them.
What do you want?
Syndicates don't even look at Erika as they order.
Baked scallops, a round of beer, and some clams.
The syndicates at the table give a little snicker. Another round of oysters and 4 of this cocktail sauce. The syndicate table snickers again.
Oh, waitress, can you open this oyster for me?
Syndicate 3 is holding up an oyster that hasn't been shut. Erika looks at the oyster in his hand, then to Syndicate 3. Erika then snatches the oyster from Syndicate 3's hand and places it on the table. Erika grabs a knife. She pauses for a moment before attempting to wedge the edge of the blade into the oyster. She's unsuccessful. The syndicate members are watching her and laughing at her. Erika's frustration mounts as she is unable to pry the oyster open. The knife slips and Erika cuts herself with the knife. Frustrated, Erika throws the unopened oyster away, the kitchen still in her hand, the knife still in her hand. Erika runs out to the bar to the kitchen. The indicates do nothing but laugh. Interior kitchen. Erika enters the kitchen and grabs a rag to stop the bleeding. She exits the kitchen. Oscar sees Erika bleeding and follows her out to the kitchen. Interior hallway. Erika is leaning against the wall of the hallway, applying pressure to the self-inflicted wound.
What did they do to you?
Oscar fears that the syndicate will attack and harass Erika.
Nothing yet. The knife slipped and cut myself.
Erika shows Oscar the wound. Oscar takes the knife from Erika.
It happens.
Oscar shows his hands, which are covered in scars from the numerous times he stabbed himself with the knife.
The syndicates ordered clams. I thought this was an oyster bar.
Erika's having trouble wrapping her hand with a rag. Oscar sighs.
That's a syndicate code for, when they want to have a good time.
I can't do that.
Erika slams her bad hand against the wall. Some blood drips on the floor.
I won't.
What did they tell you this place was for?
Oscar helps tie a knot to secure the rag to Erika's hand.
A dead end.
It is. This place isn't for someone like you.
How do you know what I am? And besides, they're everywhere. Where would I go?
Oscar leans in as if he was telling secrets.
If you really want to get out of here, there's a safe haven just outside of town. If you can make it there, it will take care of you.
Where?
I can take you there after we're done here. It will be difficult, constantly on the run, not know when your next meal is, or have a roof over your head. Sure you want to do this? At least here, you would have a roof over your head and food in your belly.
Anything is better than here. Why haven't you run off to this place?
I'm too old to live day by day. I need the security and the consistency. I have a purpose here.
Serving the syndicates?
You wouldn't be judging me when I'm the only one risking my neck getting food you in the outskirts. Someone needs to feed those people.
I didn't know.
Erika feels dumbfounded.
You can't be using any old knife to shuck those oysters. Take this.
Oscar pulls an oyster knife from his chest pocket. The knife is marked with the letter M and has a teddy bear keychain.
This will make things easier.
Oscar flips the knife to present the handle to Erika. Erika hesitates for a second. Erika grabs the knife. Wes.
Hey, can we get some service here?
Thanks.
Erika begins to inspect the knife.
What is this?
It was my top.
Frank walks into the kitchen. Erika quickly pockets the knife.
What is going on here? Why is there blood on the floor?
Erika raises her rag-tied hand.
Well, clean this up. And you keep shucking.
Frank grabs drinks and walks them over to the syndicate table. Oscar goes into the kitchen. Interior bar. Frank serves the table drinks.
Sorry, fellas, for the wait. Here are your drinks. Are you finding everything okay?
I gotta take a piss.
Syndicate 3 stands up drunkenly. The chair screeches as he gets up and walks to the bathroom near the kitchen. Interior hallway. Erika is on her knees cleaning the blood on the floor. Syndicate 3's shoes come into her view. The shoe has oyster flakes. on it.
Hey, you got oyster juice on my shoe when you threw that oyster.
Erika isn't making eye contact with Syndicate 3. Syndicate 3 raises his stained foot as if he wants Erika to shine his shoe.
Maybe you should open the oyster yourself then.
Erika stands up and stares him down. Syndicate 3 unbalanced due to his drunkenness.
Maybe I'll open you up and see what your oyster tastes like.
Syndicate 3 thrusts himself towards Erika. Erika is forced against the wall. Erika and the Syndicate 3 make a big commotion. Then
Ah!
Oscar enters from the kitchen. Oscar sees Syndicate 3 with the oyster knife stuck in its chest. Syndicate 3 is in pain. Eric is in shock and pulls away from Syndicate 3. Oscar rushes over to Syndicate 3 and pulls out the oyster knife from Syndicate 3. Frank and the other two syndicates arrive in the hallway. They see Oscar with a knife standing in between Erika and Syndicate 3. Syndicate 3 is on the floor with pain.
What happened here?
For a moment, no one says anything. Oscar takes Erika's hand and runs out the back door exits. Exterior street. Oscar runs out to the street. They come across a crossroad. They stop. Erika looks back at the oyster bar as he runs with Erika.
Which way do we go?
This way.
Oscar checks to see if the syndicates are behind him. The syndicates are closing in.
Come on, follow me.
Oscar and Eric run, but are caught off by another group of syndicates.
There's no hope. There's no escape.
Oscar and Erika run off to an off-beaten dirt path. Exterior bridge. Oscar and Erika run across the bridge. Erika pulls away from Oscar. Erika stops on the bridge.
Is it true? Is there really a place safe from all of the syndicates?
Yes, but it might not be for long. Come on.
Why are you helping me?
Now is not the time. Let's go.
Oscar reaches for Erika's hand. Erika pulls away again.
Why should I? I don't know you. Why are you helping me?
You remind me of her, my daughter, Morgan. She was so sweet and loving, but one day she came home late. I asked her about it. I figured she was just her mother, but every night after that, she was coming home later and later. She became so cold and distant. Then one night, she never came back. After 2 days of looking, I overheard the syndicates said they found a young girl's dead body downstream. That night, I went downriver to see if it was Morgan. I never did find that body. Just a handful of oysters. Oysters were Morgan's favorite. The point is, I knew something was wrong. I had a gut feeling, but I didn't say anything. If I did, she would still be here today. We all need help sometimes. We all need help sometimes. So let me help you.
Bang! Stray gunfire whizzes and flashes in the darkness. The syndicates are closing the distance. Eric and Oscar flinch from the bullets. Erika nods in agreement. Oscar and Erika cross the bridge and leave. Exterior shore. Oscar and Erika run to shore where the rowboat M is beached.
Help me get the boat in the water.
Erika begins pulling the rowboat towards the water. Oscar loads the oars onto the boat, and Oscar begins pushing the boat from behind. The boat begins floating, and Erika pulls herself in. Erika stumbles to the back of the boat to help Oscar. Bang! A stray bullet catches Oscar in the leg. Oscar stumbles and goes underwater.
No!
Oscar is unable to pull himself into the boat, even with Erika trying to pull him in.
I'm not going to make it. Once you get across the river, find Terry. She'll like you. Tell her Oscar sent you.
The current takes the boat with Erika inside. Oscar is waist deep in bloody water. The syndicates arrive on the beach. As the syndicates close in on Oscar, Erika's view is blocked. The boat takes Erika downstream into darkness. alone again, lost in thoughts. And
That's so
that's a
good.
fun one.
I'm so invested.
That was good.
That's a fun one, right? That's a cool one.
Right?
That was
I
good.
like
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It was good.
that was a fun one.